From the beginning of the year, Werthstein Institute had been a bit cautious regarding the stock markets, but the stock markets rise further. Was a bit wrong perhaps, but now we see the correction, question mark. So welcome to the Werthstein update. Yeah, if you look, perhaps Werthstein had been a bit too early because the markets rise further, but it's impossible to know where the highest point is reached. Isaac Newton already said that he can calculate the way of the planets on centimeters, but not how far a crazy mess is driving a share or a quote, whatever you want. And you always have to look into the chance-risk balance, and Werthstein saw from the beginning of the year that the chance-risk balance is not so good anymore. And if you look deeper in what happened on the market, then you can see that the broad stock market didn't rise. It was just these FANG shares, so Facebook, Amazon, Apple, Netflix, Google, what drives the markets. If you put that out, the broad market didn't rise anymore. And these companies now are leading the correction. Why? Because Donald Trump became from a chance to a political risk, and we always pointed out we have political risks in the world, and also Donald Trump is a political risk. And there had been the fantasy that Donald Trump will do a tax reform, let these companies who do a lot of profits make more net profits, and that they bring profits from earlier times from countries where the taxes are very low back to the US and buy back shares. But all this is now with a question mark behind, because we don't know if Donald Trump will be the president into 6 months or so, and if he is able really to push the things he wants to do, because he is very weak currently. And there's another point I always spoke about here, and we spoke in the index videos of Werthstein, that's the rising interest rates. And if you look into the US, you have economists, you have other central bankers who already say to Janet Yellen, the boss of the Fed, don't hike the rates again, because the US economy and the inflation is not in that situation. Nevertheless, she wants to do that, and that's not good for equities, as we know. And we have the same development in Europe here on the long run, because Mario Draghi, the boss of the ECB, also mentioned that this ultra-light money policy perhaps can end earlier than expected until now, because the European economy is running well. But you remember, we have one zeitgeist calling rising interest rates, so the change of this trend where we get profits out of this, and that's good. So we like to have this zeitgeist, what is getting profit out of rising interest rates, and a basis portfolio with a share or equity level what is not so high. We can wait, let the correction go further, and then we see perhaps some bargains. That's the current situation, and that's the update of this week, and I say goodbye until the next time.